Hello, everyone. It's Ingrid from thinkingthis.com. I'm a writer, tarot reader, Akashic record guide, medium, and spiritual empowerment professional. I've discovered that decorative planning keeps me productive and motivated as I parent. Hello, everyone. It's Oops. Ingrid from thinkingthis.com. Sorry. Starting again. I have discovered that decorative planning keeps me productive and motivated as I parent, homeschool, create content, and maintain my spiritual practice. We are time blocking, as I like to call it, week 17 of 2025. And what does that mean? Time blocking is basically when you are deciding what time related tasks are supposed to occur, even though you're not specifically saying what time each specific task needs to happen. So it's like grouping a set of hours to devote to one life area. And so it's the same life areas for me, and so we're going to get into it. The first one I like to go with, I like to put down everything time-based first. And one of the biggest time-based things that happen is cooking dinner. So that's always where we begin. Alright, so we've got dinner. All right, so here is dinner. I mean, it's not fully finished. Excuse me if you heard that. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I like to set this time to be dinner time. I often miss it, but this would be the space that one would ideally be cooking. All right, there we are. And then in these spaces is where I would do meal planning. I generally don't do too much meal planning because I honestly tend to make the same stuff all the time. However, there are things I don't want to forget to make, especially things that I've already started. So there's a loaf of bread that already has the wet ingredients separated. So I have to make that, which means I have to make it tomorrow. So I need to put that down here as something that must be done tomorrow. And so that's the plan, to do it then. All right, next up is the bedtime routine. I don't expect too many people to show up today because given that it's a holiday, a lot of people celebrate. But tomorrow is not a holiday, and I have to get my week together. I am still working through various projects from quarter one, and they're just so much bigger than I think they are. So I need to get a lot of things together in a very short amount of time. And that's where I need to use planning to my advantage. Or I intend to use planning to my advantage to try to get all those things done. Oh, and by the way, yes, the nails are hurting. Didn't have time to even take the nail polish off because mom life manicure right here. Okay. Let's write down what we do here. During the bedtime routine is the PM reflection, which I talked about in last week's live. What the steps are to the PM reflection. It has to do with planning mostly. Oh, I'm writing it a bunch of times, and I really don't need to do that. So, by the way, this, oh wait, let's move that from my view. Thank you. Where am I now? Uh-oh. What did I do? I'm pressing a bunch of stuff. Stop it. Okay. This was last week's plan, and I have no words for my inability to be able to stick to most of what I wanted to do. I barely touched certain things because one project really took much longer than I thought. So now we have to finalize that project on tonight and Monday, which I need to have that start at 7:30. So that then I can mail this. Okay. Back to week 17. Okay, so usually after we do the evening routine, I like to add in all the appointments. So all the other time-based things that are happening. Let's check the calendar. All right. So we just need to add live. Live at 3:30. Today's live is going to be short because, like I said, I thought I would be more ahead, and that means I can't hang out. I can't hang out because I really want to try to finish that today. I want to be able to put that to bed, and there's so many other things that need to happen, so it's just I gotta get back to that. Okay, so okay. That is the event of that day. Oh, you know what I should write down? I should write down Earth Day. I always forget to acknowledge it until after it's over. So we're writing it down. Earth Day. What's next? Next, we're time blocking. Well, we're actually gonna, I guess, highlight when these things are taking place. When these appointments are taking place. Okay, next up is the other time-based work-related thing. I'm really hungry. I may need to mute this mic so I can eat something. Because I have this gluten-free bread getting cold here, and I'm afraid that if it gets cold, it's going to taste bad. Darn, I don't know how to mute the mic, so I'm really not going to do it. Really not going to do it. But that will incentivize me to not waste any time and get to work immediately so that I can eat. Okay. So those are the only time-based things. So there's a birthday in my house on Wednesday. So I'm just going to, my evening is going to be pretty much related to that. We just made that all ugly. All right. All right, next up is when we add our homeschooling instruction times. I am very happy that spring is here and the sun is shining so much more often and everything is blooming. And yet, I have developed seasonal allergies. And it's been a little strange. This change in the seasons, it wasn't something I ever really paid much attention to, but it exists. We are here and we don't like it. We are at the point where we're like, oh my god, the change of season made me feel sick, and I don't like it. So yes, we are time blocking homeschooling. And so I just outline the, hourly boxes or the hourly column. And that's how I indicate what I'm supposed to be doing at that time. So if I'm ever wondering if for some reason we break early from school, I should still be doing something homeschool related until 5 o'clock, because there's a lot of administrative stuff that I'm in the middle of doing, because 2 of my children are transition age, and so there are things and lots of paperwork that need doing. Oh, actually, the afternoon, oops, move this. The afternoon is not, oh God, okay, the afternoon I don't think will be, yeah, okay, there we go. What's next? Thursday. Oh my God. I think I need to just remembered something I was supposed to do. Write that down to do it right after this. Okay. Oh, this is messy today. Very messy today. Let's see if we can fix it a tad. There's some improvement there. Okay, and then Friday. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see about that. I might be out later than that, but okay, next. We use a slightly different orange for homeschool admin time, just to be able to tell the difference between like actual teaching time versus paperwork time or printing stuff out for next time, or updating the homeschool register, which I am marking here because it makes it easier for me to write my progress reports if that is caught up. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to seriously devote those next 2 days to bookkeeping. So Monday and Tuesday, I have to do some bookkeeping. All right, it's serious bookkeeping times that must go on. Okay. right, I do the 24th is also gonna have to be, what am I doing? Is also gonna have to be bookkeeping, and let's not fool ourselves. Let's not fool ourselves. Oh, and I forgot, I knew I forgot something. I forgot to mark the open book days. Okay. Actually want to make another bookkeeping set of time blocks for Saturday. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna do that there. And yeah, and we'll do that there. And we'll do that there, and that there, and that there. Very descriptive, Ingrid. But I'm just gonna say bookkeeping a zillion times if I don't say we'll do that there. All right, next up, another homeschool admin. We need to have that happen here. Next, we're going to add work times. I'm going to make this a work time as well. And this Friday night, I need to catch up on my reading. I'll be missing book club because it's my child's birthday, and I want to spend the evening with them, so I can't fall behind. So I do need to get the reading in, even if I don't go. What's next? Okay. Oh. Open book days. So let's go back over here. These blue dots are the days the books are open. So 21, 24, and 25. '21, 24, 25, and I might as well do the following week, which is 28, 29. '28, 29. All right, so we have time blocked the evenings. We've what am I looking for? I just like to fill in. When I fill it in, instead of leave it as an outline, that means it's non-negotiable. It needs to be, that needs to be happening at that time. That's what happens when I fill in what I have outlined. Okay. All right, next. There we go. Okay. So now that we know the books are open for the 21st, 24th, and 25th, I do want to indicate that that could possibly get filled. So I'll come back in here and make a rectangle during the time when that could happen. If it doesn't happen, we will be bookkeeping. Oops. Okay. Now it's time to time block the morning routine, which is pretty much the same. So what I do is I only write it in the Monday column, and I just put a dot for that same time. Okay, next up. All right, I forgot. I'm like blocking. You don't get to block it. All right. Okay. We have written, we have written all the stuff. Now we're going to put our color-coded bullet. What do we need? So purple for these. Meditate also gets purple. AM reflection gets the dark purple that I use to indicate goals. Vitamins is this this fluorescent yellow. direct morning routine is time-based, like an appointment. So I use fluorescent pink. Oops. I keep forgetting that I don't need to do that for Fridays. Okay. Oops. Cleaning is this color. Oh, and then there's all these other health related that are also in fluorescent yellow. Okay, what's next? Oh, we also are supposed to meditate every day. We have not been. I bent the book. I bent the paper. Oh, I need to color code that. Okay, and what goes here in this square, like I said before, in this row is update homeschool register. All right. And that's supposed to happen every day. I'm not going to write it for every day. It's just going to be indicated right there. Next, the AM reflection dot for the other days needs to be added. Vitamins. I'm trying to chain these two habits together, but they're not, neither of them have been established to really be helpful to help chain, but it just makes logical sense that I do the vitamins when I'm doing the morning reflection, because then I can, decide, to write down if I need to buy more or if I need to not take them that day for whatever reason. It'd be good to be doing that when I'm doing the AM reflection, but I'm very bad about both of those things. Sometimes I'm not checking the book until way late in the day. And I want to be a little more mindful when I'm free, that I could be thinking about these other things that I want to get off my plate. Okay, so I believe, I need to add laundry to the list, to the schedule. Laundry must be added to the schedule. So we're going to do that next. And 11 to 1. And the cleaning that happens here from 9 to 10. There we go. I'm drawing a blank here. Is it because I'm hungry? Oh, no, there's some... All right, there's some Sunday stuff that I need to do. Ancestor. Ancestor. Oops. Oh, well. I usually have 3 dots for this spirit dishes because there's 3 different kinds, but I didn't do that. So I'm just going to leave it there with 1 dot. Let's see what happens. Do I need to be doing 3 dots? It may not be necessary. So we'll try it this week and see. All right, so this evening here, this is a tough one. And a lot of it depends on how much bookkeeping there is left to do. Okay, and then we will make 5 to 7 work related. You know what I just realized? I have to cook dinner every night. I have to cook dinner every night? Is that this week? Oh no, it's next week. Either way, but we're not going to worry about it. I believe we have time blocked everything that needed to be time blocked. And now it's time to do our to-do lists and our final decorative touches before, and then we'll sign off because, like I said, I have that project. I still haven't finished it. I need to get on it. And I also have to give myself my year at a glance tarot reading. And it's kind of like what I do in commemoration of my approaching birthday is give myself a reading for a card for each month of the year. And that's what I end up putting in my cartomancy spread. as you can see right here, you know, after today's reading, I'll be able to have May's info and so forth. These cards were pulled last spring. And now it's time to do it again. So I'll be giving myself one of those. If you would like one of those, my website has how you can book, and I'd love to use my cards to give you a look ahead. Okay, so the to-do lists. We're gonna do the groceries again. A little shopping cart, and then IES groceries. Slight mistake there. All right, I want to use this gold dot marker, even though it doesn't look gold anymore. Somehow the gold is gone. And okay, so that was groceries. Next up is I need to figure out what I'm going to write these others with. I guess the same thing. So this is thinking this. This is bookkeeping. This is homeschooling. All right. Ooh, I'm using the wrong color. That's not the bookkeeping color. That upsets me. We're gonna leave it like that. What's next? All right. Now, one thing I want to talk about real quick is these lists here. I've been calling them to-do lists, but in a sense, they're really next action lists related to these life categories. And so me describing them as to-do lists is also indicating to me that I'm not really using these the way I'm supposed to. It's not really supposed to be catching the tasks. It's supposed to be telling me what the next best task is. And so that's something I have to remember when I'm populating this, as opposed to just having it on, you know, a notes page in the daily section. So that's one thing I'm going to keep in mind when I'm working in the weekly pages this week. Okay, so now we're gonna just color this little section here, which is an actual to-do list. So I guess my point is that if it doesn't fit in this little section, put it in the daily to-dos instead of have it come to where the next best action is. Because it may not be the next best action, but it's something that you still want to capture. So the problem with these markers, the colors seem so unique to me, but they dry out really fast, and it's very frustrating and very annoying. And I wish there was something I could do about it. But I do try to close them tightly, and they just seem to, I don't know, this thing is loose. I can feel that it's loose. I don't understand. All right. Oh man. Dry markers, you are messing up my plans. All right, that's not bad. That looks kind of, it's subtle. It's subtle, but it's also completely dried out, and it's time to say goodbye to Toucan Orange. You were a great color. It's a shame you did not last. All right. Going to write to do here. To do, and then I also cannot forget where we're going to add up our time blocks. All right, there we are. Okay, so we are time blocked for the week. I want to say our affirmations. Just to make sure I get them said before we end today's live. Okay, so still not much deco. I really haven't had much time. In fact, the cover page for April remains blank, although if I have time today, if I can sneak some time in, I may decorate that. If not, that may not have anything on it. I don't know. That doesn't make sense, though. I'll probably decorate it because the page is there blank, and I don't know what I would put there instead. But it may not be decorated in April if I don't free up myself. Okay, so let's get into these affirmations. I have every key to create change, and I have the resources to do it. No weapons formed against me shall prosper. My talents are in demand, and those around me appreciate my unique gifts. My ancestors support and protect me always and in all ways. And yeah, okay. What's next? We have 3 minutes. I'm going to stay until exactly 4:30. So what's next is we're going to migrate anything that didn't get done here. So I believe this did get done. Okay, anything else? We migrated the baking of the bread. We're going to do this. So we're going to mark it. I'm going to do that too. And there's that other task. Anything else? I did do this. I did this at the exclusion of a lot of things, except for Friday, where I had to go to the doctor. I mean, I had to take someone to urgent care. They're fine, but my Friday got totally derailed. And yeah, okay. We have migrated what needs migrating there. Migrating. Didn't need to. Oh, yeah. I want to do that too. Okay, so I've gotten into Zettelkastening. I've gotten into Zettelkasten. My box is not very populated yet. I probably have like 10 cards or something like that, but I have like a huge amount of bib cards. But it's really because I'm reading, but I don't have time to express my own thoughts a lot. I'm spending a lot of time note-taking, which some would say is a problem, but the thing is, the books that I have had to read since I discovered Zettelkasten are so foundational that I need to make a lot of notes, and I might as well keep them on the bib card instead of like in like a notebook. So one of my to-dos is to make bib cards on the telepathy tapes. That's a topic I feel like I have a unique perspective to offer, and so that may be something I discuss down the line, my thoughts on what's happening there. from a spiritual perspective, but as someone who is the parent of someone who is the parent of someone who has exhibited certain traits in common with the people on the telepathy tapes. There you go. That's a nice way of saying it. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, go check them out on Spotify so you can understand what I'm trying to talk about there. Okay. I believe that's it. We have, we have these weekly to-dos that I want to write down. So I'm going to write those down before we go. This time I write them in. A lot of times I don't. But you know what I notice is that when I don't write them down, I forget to write them down later. So we're going to put them in now. What goes down here is wash cat dishes. Then we have wash Britta. Then we have wash salad spinner. Then we have wash dish racks. Clean stove. Tidy kitchen cabinets. Clean appliance faces. Clean bathrooms. Okay. Many of these, I'm going to be honest, many of these cleaning tasks aren't getting done. Because of the deadlines that I'm trying to meet. But I may sporadically do a couple of these things, and if I did, I want to be able to just hit the X so that I can remember that it did happen this week. Because I did tidy the kitchen cabinets yesterday, but I can't check it off because I never wrote it down. And so that's why I want to put it. And so these multiple dots are if, there's 3 bathrooms, so there's 3 dots. There's 2 parts to the salad spinner, so there's 2 dots. There's 2 kinds of cat dishes, so there's 2 dots. All right, and so that is our week 4. Week 4, what am I talking about? Week 17. This is our plan for week 17. It's Taurus season. I'm excited. Yeah, so we will see you next week. Have a wonderful week 17. Only love prevails.